Hi everyone, I'm here to talk about Kelt Cognac, and specifically Kelt XO, and why it's so unique and so revered by connoisseurs alike. One of the unique things about Kelt is its sea maturation. Well, I'll get to that point in a second, but what's unique about Kelt is that it's 100%, all the grapes are sourced for 100% Grand Champagne. So it's the finest region to source all your grapes. It's matured in Limousin oak, which, if anybody knows oak, it's the most expensive oak to buy. And it's also 100% Uni Blanc grapes. So it's the best of the best. Then it's matured for double the legal age that's required for a VSOP or an XO. And then after they finally get to the certain point that they're comfortable with, the Kelt blenders are happy with it, what they do is they actually fill it in a barrel, fill it 80%, they put it on a ship, and it goes around the world for 120 days. Now you might say to yourself, why would someone do such a thing? The reason why Kelt thought this was such a great opportunity or something to explore was one of the founders, which is Olaf Kelt, which is a Swedish man, and the company, just so you know, Kelt Cognac is owned is a Swedish and French company. What he was going back into the history books and looking at different documents, and then when they stumbled across a unique document that actually wasn't just one, it was actually many, that cognac shipped from France to the colonies improved on its sea voyage. So he thought might be something to this. So what he did was, it could have been a huge loss. He actually filled these barrels, went around the world for 120 days, and came back, and they were astonished of the difference in the quality of what the sea voyage makes. And if you can really think about it, if you feel you have a beautiful matured spirit, it's filled 80%, and then it goes, it leaves France and it goes north, and you get the cold weather and how the pores are going to change with the oak, and then it goes through the Suez Canal, and goes around. It goes to China. It goes all the way over to the United States with the big waves and the different temperatures, and it goes through the Panama Canal. So now we're getting really warm, so the wood's starting to expand. So you're getting a lot of different flavors. So the vanilla, the honey flavors that you would associate with really opening up of the oak. And then it starts this journey across. Once it hits New York, it goes all the way back over to France for its final sea voyage. Now, I've tested barrels, so I've tried samples from Kelt Cognac before they went on the journey, and then after, and then different barrels, and you'd be astonished of what the Tour de Monde lends itself to this beautiful cognac. But let's not further ado. When I'm talking about a little bit more about Kelt, let's talk about the juice that's inside the bottle. I'll just let you know, everybody, right here is a certificate. So everybody gets a certificate with the bottle. And it tells all the seaports that actually went to, so you know that every bottle, that you have, once if it has a certificate, it went on its journey. And every cognac that bears the Kelt name has gone on its sea voyage. But again, this is 100% Grand Champagne, 100% Limousin oak, 100% Uni Blanc grapes. So, like I said before, it's the best of the best. It's got some of the highest ratings from industry professionals, bar none. It just won silver medal at the WSWA for the best XO category. But I'll talk a little bit about the spirit. One thing when you're drinking cognac, it's not like drinking wine. You don't swirl your glass. If you do that, you go like that. Okay? What you do is, I have to clean that up a little bit later. You're dealing with something that's 40% alcohol, so high in alcohol strength. And when you nose a cognac, you always leave your mouth open. And your first time you nose it, I like to nose a cognac 3 times. The first time you'll pick up a lot of the alcohol nose. Third time you'll start picking up the oak, the Limousin oak features. And the fourth time you'll start picking up the nuances of this spirit. Now this is a beautiful orange marmalade, honeyed, vanilla, beautiful bouquet, but since it does this Tour de Monde, it has a richness to it, something like an earth tone. Get tobacco notes. Absolutely stunning, beautiful bouquet. But again, don't swirl your glass. And a lot of things what cognac producers do, they'll add sugar to cognac to sweeten it up. Kelt doesn't do that. They try to keep it as natural as possible, the way they used to drink cognac from the 16th and 17th and 18th centuries. Without further ado, let's give it a go. silky on the palate with this burnt orange finish that almost goes to a black licorice. Very, very, very outstanding. I would even suggest adding a bit of water to this cognac as well. And with cognac, when you add water to it, just a drop or two, very similar to whiskey, it'll start breaking up the oils and it'll start opening up the bouquet more. I hope you enjoyed this video. This Kelt XO is by far one of my favorite cognacs that's out there today. And it's worth every penny that's in the bottle. So please give me your comments. Let me know what you think. And see if you like this just as much as I do. Thank you, everyone.